I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this soft-corn porny sequel isn't as good as the original. Hello everybody, I'm Dylan, and alright, I'm back for another few Gay Flicks reviews. My review of the first Sideline Secrets has the most views up to this point. I'm thinking people are finding that review by accident or something, but whatever. I'll review the sequel and see if I can capture lightning in a bottle twice. The full name of this film is Darker Secrets, Sideline Secrets 2. It was released in 2008, 2 years after the original. It was directed and written by Vasquez, who also wrote and directed the first film. It is produced by Lime Street Entertainment, Ariztical Entertainment, and In the Pink Productions. So this film begins with a living room scene, with a bunch of straight guys having a few drinks, talking about different things, and one talks about his gay roommate. We eventually meet Peter, played by Bolander, a young gay police officer who's investigating the tapes of the late psychiatrist Dr. Tyler, the villain of the first film, whom I've probably enjoyed way too much. He's back in flashbacks in this film. Just hearing his voice makes me laugh. But anyway, if you remember the first film, Dr. Tyler was forcing and blackmailing men into making sex videos. How can a character this grim be so unintentionally funny? Peter has a straight roommate named Todd, played by Todd Williams. As the film goes on, you suddenly get surprised by full frontal nudity. This is when it hits you that, oh damn, this is a softcore porny film. Softcore porny? All of a sudden, I don't remember the plot anymore. You kinda go from character to character, some of the interactions being pointless, but what this film has for plot is really a backdrop for its softcore porny scenes. Dylan, what are you reviewing? So all this culminates to Peter watching a lot of these sex videos looking for clues or whatever, but eventually he gets intrigued by them and even thinks of his own dark plans to pursue his desires, namely his straight roommate Todd. So I put eroticism as the primary theme to this film. Even though there's somewhat of a plot, it is secondary to the various nude scenes by different characters in this film. The first film had more of a balance between plot and its erotic moments, but this film goes for more, say it with me, softcore porny moments that has the story as the backdrop. The second theme is investigation. The story loosely follows the afterplot of the first film, with Peter investigating the videos, although the investigation doesn't really make much sense to us, the viewers. It's just what the main character has to do in this film. The theme of exploitation and blackmail returns here, in line with the first film, since it's a continuation of it. Peter witnesses a lot of this happening on the videos he's investigating, and eventually gets inspired to doing the same thing. Sideline Secrets 2 definitely has some of the same flavor as the original. These films are kind of a unique blend. I mean, what do you get when you mix a serious story involving a gay serial rapist with men as victims of blackmail and extortion, mix that with plenty of nudity and softcore sex scenes, plus add less than adequate acting into the mix? Give up? Well, apparently you get these films. While the first film wasn't great, it's one of those films I enjoyed anyway because, well, it's good low-budget cheese. You get a serious plot with bad acting, and you get surprised by the sight of nudity and penises. The first film did a better job of balancing plot and eroticism. Acting was hilariously bad, but in this sequel, the acting is bad too, but it's more of a wooden bad, as opposed to an enjoyable bad. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this softcore porny sequel isn't as good as the original. There are more softcore scenes, but the story is more disjointed and the acting is bad, but not funny bad like the original. At their core, these films have simple storylines, but maybe the male nudity ends up distracting me and I forget the plot, I don't know. As for ratings, Sideline Secrets 2 has a rating of 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb. It is not rated on Rotten Tomatoes. The original film had a rating of 3.8. I gave the original film a rating of 6 because I thought there was some fun to be had. I mean, seriously, get yourself a couple of buds, have a couple of drinks, and put on the first movie. You'll have a few good laughs. As for this sequel, I give it a 4 out of 10. It just isn't as fun as the original. If you want to see more naked, good-looking men, then maybe it might be worth a watch, but I don't rate my films based on that. The scores I give are based on story and enjoyability by the viewer, whether for good or bad reasons. So, have you seen Sideline Secrets 1 or 2? What did you think about it? Feel free to write a comment, leave a like, subscribe, add me to Facebook, and I'll hopefully see you for the next review.